Okay, here I'm going to show you how to add in some people into your rendered image or your photoshopped image. So this is what I'm going to show you here. If I get Photoshop to work. Yeah, so I'm just going to add in these children walking and their shadows. So got an image here. I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool, and I'm going to change this frequency. I'm not sure what's going to work best, but I'm just going to escape. I'm just going to get a high enough frequency to make it a bit easier. Generally just going to work, so just essentially move around and follow the lines and click, 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 and do your best to get it. I mean, you can also zoom in, make it a bit easier if you want to. You can't zoom after you start this, so you need to make sure you're at whatever zoom level you want to start. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to do this whole thing because you get the idea. You know, just go around and you make it as careful as you want to do it. And once you've selected it, same as before, you just there, and then just copy and paste. So like I said, I'm not going to bother because I've already done it once before, so we'll just use this one, although now I can't show you how to do it. Okay, well I'll just get a rough outline here, and you get the idea. Very rough. Okay. So copy that. Control copy, same as most things. Say copy, Control V, paste. The shortcut for transforming and scaling is Control T if you want to use that. So we're just going to do what same thing we do. Just move them down and put them in here. So now we have some people in it. We need to give them shadows, just to give it, because obviously the picture that was taken, you know, you can't really see their shadows, but in our image we want to, actually what happened there was I never clicked tick, so you need to remember when you're transforming, you need to move it to where you're happy with. Oops. And then tick, because if you change it at window, it'll go back to the old size. So now we've got our people in. Making shadows can be really easy as well. What you're doing is you're just going to copy them. So I'm just going to select these guys, and that selection I've made there, I'm going to Control Copy and Control Paste. The reason that I only copied the children is because that was the layer that I had selected. So when you're selecting things, you're only going to copy what is on that layer, and layers are work from top to bottom. So if I put these below the grass, you know, you can't see them, they're invisible, so that's how they work. So to make shadows, like I said, we're just going to copy the image, call this one walking, and call this one shadow. Okay, so first things we need to do is just flip these guys around. So we're going to transform and flip horizontal. No, sorry, flip vertical. Do that. Transform, flip vertical. And then we're just going to use our arrows to get them up into a position. And then what I did this is I kind of give them a bit of a, if you go to transform, you can use these different options. So skew, distort, perspective, and warp all kind of do similar and different ways of kind of flattening out or adjusting the image to make it look like it's on a on the ground like we want it to do. So say we do it like that. Okay, and now it's just a case of giving them a bit of a shadow. So let's go to our image adjustments, and we can first of all make it black and white. Then I might adjust the brightness and contrast, go a bit darker, contrast, not much. Levels are another way you can manipulate the darkness and contrast. So yeah, so there you go, making black, perfect. So let's go to that, and then we're just going to drop the opacity down to make it a bit more of a shadow-like thing. Yeah. And then leave that the way it is. And then I'm just going to actually move it on top and then merge down. So now we've just got one image of the children walking instead of having two, so it's just easier to work with. And then you can scale and transform that all as one image, and they stay connected. So that's how you do that. I'm pretty sure I didn't use too many shortcuts there. If you want to use the shortcuts, Control T is really useful for, it gets you straight to free transform. So in here you can rotate things, you can scale them, you can do all sorts. Yeah, so that's just one group of people. As you see here, I put in a few different groups, a few different shadows. It just gives your image a bit more to look at and distracts from, so you don't want to just see a Revit render, you want to kind of give it a bit of life. So I've also added in some trees here, and I gave it a blur, and that's actually another useful thing. And this is a new feature in Revit called Iris Blur. And what it essentially does is you pick a point, it gives you a point, and it's like on a camera, kind of giving you that focal point in the center, and you can adjust it this way, and move your field of vision in or out to kind of blur the outsides of the image you're working with. So that's about everything I think of there. We'll end that video.